What's up, guys? This is Jonathan SP Mindham here with a very unique and special word from the Butler. Today I'm going to be announcing the winners of my, what I was calling my subscriber drive. Tried to get a variety of subscriptions, and I think time could have helped a lot, and I did it for the entire month of February till the end of February, and I was able to get over 250 subscribers in the matter of a month, and my goal ultimately is to be getting over 1,000 by the middle of June. So I got another 500 to go, but I got a couple months, so I'm really excited and trying to get there. And I'm going to be doing some really special things. I haven't done a word from the Butler in a few weeks, so apologize. But there's a lot of great great things going on, guys. Last I did a video a few weeks ago about ARG. I placed in top 8. I got my invite. I'll be going in August. Very excited to be going to Nationals for ARG, which is in Philly. A place I'm familiar with, actually. So really excited for that. The other few things is I got a lot of stuff in the works, which I'm really excited about. Hopefully more details will be coming soon. But again, as I've always said, I strive to give back to the community as much as possible, and I do it for you because I think you, as the player base, deserve it. So hopefully in the next few weeks I can start announcing some really cool stuff. But moving forward, I'm going to go right into this. I'm going to try to make this a short video. I really am. There's a lot to cover and a lot of questions that you guys asked in such a short time. So, starting out right away, Clan Fight! We're so excited. Clan Fight's here. I'm excited. I don't know about the rest of you. Some people were like, I want more broken shit. And in the meantime, the rest of us are going, please, no more laurels being called from stupid ogles. And the rest of us are like, no more cat butlers being called from ogles. We can't take that rape anymore. It's too much. And, you know, for the rest of us that don't play the meta decks are like, how can I take advantage of ogle? I really need to know how. And it's one of those things where, like, was Clan Fight expected to happen? Yes. Was it a matter of time? Yes. What everyone seems to forget about Clan Fight, and the biggest thing about Clan Fight is cards that are being made in Japan are being made with the intent that Clan Fight is a rule there. So they're releasing cards like Manamana Dragon for Great Nature that are meant only for Great Nature. They don't have cards like Gear Chronicles do, where they Soul Blast 2 and make it so your opponent can't guard with grade 0s. Like, the combos are not meant to be that way. Like, Clan Fight was needed in America just as it was in Japan to stop these crazy things from happening. And I can't even stress enough that how important it is. Now, they've come up with this thing where, like, oh, you can choose extreme format or you can choose Clan Fight. Well, let me tell you a little bit about extreme format, because it's pretty extreme, because you can bring back now the grade 4, no, I'm bringing this up, wolf, fox, lynx, rabbit, whatever it may be, from Great Nature. So that's kind of cool. Starters, you can now use Barkle. So, good game. Apparently because he's so broken. And then Conroe, I believe, is back as 2. So that's going to be fun because, you know, the Kagro shenanigans are always a plus. But we'll see. I have great promise for both formats if both formats are a thing. Like, you know, maybe Bushiro is just going to surprise us and go, Worlds, we're going to have 2 tournaments. We're going to have Clan Fight, and we're going to have Extreme, and you guys all get together and play and see what happens. And, you know, maybe it really could be this thing where there is another format coming involved. And I would love for that, because I think it drives creativity. It drives ability for people to want to do things in their game, and it might create a sense of interest to bring back those older cards that we think are busted. So who knows? There's a lot of potential here, and we're just getting started. I'm gonna go with my next thing, and you know, the last few weeks it's been so hard not to punch a bitch. Like, is that a thing? Like, it's been so hard not to want to, like, really scream at people for not knowing the rules. And a lot of this video will be about rule reading, and rule understanding and comprehension, and maybe take an IQ test, maybe. But the biggest thing is the Generation Break 2 effects. Like, I could not believe that people were like, do I still get Adam Mills' continuous effect because it says continuous, and when I stride, and I'm like, you do know it's a new card. Like, when you cross ride, that doesn't mean you get the skill that's underneath of it. Like, that's been a thing for a while. Like, I don't even understand how this is a thing, because if that was a thing, I stride and I get the effects underneath, you get what we call like a stride break, a heartbreaker, heartbreak hotel, heartbreak HPK, whatever you want to call it. You get that effect because it says when you stride over this unit, kind of +1, do something, 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 retire. I don't give a fuck what it says. You do it. That's the thing. That's the effect you get. Thank you. Now, they always have a generation break 2 skill. Do you get that? No! Again, like, it's like saying you cross ride, you brake ride. You know when you used to brake ride and it said, like, when this unit attacks, it gets 3,000. Do you still get that effect? No, you do not. So, with that being said, let's just drop this whole generation break 2 thing. It's getting really just annoying, and people pick up a handbook, like your trial decks that you've been buying that is sold out in a week. Come with one, and we'll get to that later. I got one. Next thing, I'm talking about the state of the group, things that are going on. We're wrapping up the Generation Break tournament. I sat there for a while and said that was going to be like my last one for a while, and then I got persuaded and I decided to do an ARG one, which you can win tokens and mats and things that are based on ARG prize system. More details to come. We'll be doing those in the beginning of April. I'm really excited about that because it's a collaboration online. It'll be, though, for the only people that live in the North American continent. I am so sorry to my friends that are overseas. This is just because that, unless you're going to travel, unless you can guarantee me if you win, you're going to fly out here and stay somewhere in Philly, I will probably would let you join just because that's dedication. But I seldomly doubt you're going to do that. It's a lot of money. But yeah, that's going on that. And then after April, we're doing May. We're doing tag team. Really excited about that. I'm a bit of a masochist, and anyone who knows me knows how much pain I went through with team, which is 3 versus 3. Tag team is 2 versus 2. And you're all going, well, what happens if one team wins and the other team wins? Well, when one team wins and one team wins, and it's a 1-1 record, the losers from those 2 matches will then play each other. We'll be creating a 3rd match, only consisting, though, of the 2 teams. The 3rd match then is determined. Whoever wins that wins the match. It's best 2 out of 3 for each person still, but overall 2 out of 3. Kind of simple, and I know the New York circuits have done this, and a lot of other places have done this. I was just reading about it in Japan. They have a wonderful circuit where it's done this, and it's just 2 people. Like you grab your best friend and come and play. So I really hope that takes off as well. Other things going on in the group. I don't remember if I announced this in the last one, but again in May we'll be doing the interview. I will be doing the interview with Carol and Day, the voice of Masaki. Really excited about that. We're trying to get some other people. Can't think. Other people from the voice acting community to do that. Also been working on Bushikan, or what we've been calling it, and I've been legit about this, guys. I've been trying to get like this to work and like figure out how to make large scale event go on. Combining the best of every element, and we did a lot of questions one day, and again, that's not a thorough understanding of everything, but it is definitely enough to start to get things moving, to see where where people want price point, things like that. So I'm really hoping to get that done. I know Yogi and Tommy Allen have all asked questions about doing it, and I don't know. I sat there and I'm like, oh, okay, let's just get the ball rolling. Like, why are we even like waiting on this? And so I started asking a bunch of questions, and so I really hope to get this up and going. So next thing I want to talk about, why do I have that's a personal fun thing is if anyone saw on Bushiroad's Japanese website, they released some of the deck builds and of what they would use from GBO2 and put it into current things. And I just pointed out here, nowhere does it ever say Martina is listed on the Musketeer profile text. Just pointing that out. The next thing is we're going to do taking out the trash segment I started in the last stream where I talked about people who thought they were just so good at this deck or the game because they play a certain deck and they were experts on it, but, they actually sucked. So my taking out the trash was supposed to be entirely something different. Like, I was so ready to do something entirely different, and then today I go on and I make a post, jokingly post. Again, I don't know if people don't understand my humor, if they don't understand anything I do, but I jokingly made a post like, oh, this dick judge disqualified this 8-year-old girl because she couldn't stand and draw, or she couldn't reveal her drive checks correctly. And the dick judge was me. I'm not gonna not cop out of that. This was at Nationals in Chicago, and I couldn't believe the response. And it's still going on. I'm literally watching it here. You just heard it click. That's looks like it's going towards my that post. The little girl, awesome player. I guess her name was Caitlin. Wonderful player, and she had great comprehension of the game, but she lacked a couple of polishes, which everyone should know how to do, which is stand and draw. If anyone has a brain and has seen the anime, that's what they do. It's stand and draw. It's been around for forever. It just amazes me that people still don't do that. I mean, if you don't watch the show, okay, but if you've ever picked up the handbook, which I have right here in front of me, look at that. It says stand and draw right there. Stand and draw. Stand up, stand, draw, call, attack, stand and draw, stand and draw. And then you go down here. Oh, look. It says stand up and draw. Oh, wait. I know it's in here anymore. But, my trash that I want to take out is the bad players who sit there and don't. And then you got the critics that are saying, oh my god, he didn't stand and draw. The game state never actually changed. I can't believe I got DQ'd at regionals. Well, guys, it's a rule, legit rule. You can yell at everyone you want about the whole thing, but I mean, this is a rule. It's a comprehension of the overall game. I just don't understand it. Why just not take the extra effort and do it? Yeah, it doesn't change anything, but it's again, this is right here in the rule book. It says, turn them to stand state. If you have your units in the rest state, turn the stand states. I don't know. I don't know if it's laziness. What extra few seconds it takes to go click, stand, draw, go out my card. I mean, and when you're in the level 3 competition, REL, you gotta do that. I mean, it's so freaking funny that people are freaking out about it because it's a legit thing. Again, it's part of the game. It's a mechanic. It's like getting grade locked. It happens. As much as it sucks that it happens, it happens. I don't understand why people bitch about it. Now we have Jesus, so by all means, learn how to do that, and even then you'll probably mess it up. But stand and draw. It's taking out the trash. It's pretty simple. Again, I was gonna do an entirely different thing, but I just feel if anyone watches these videos, play the game right by standing and drawing. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna go into the questions that you asked. Again, I'm trying to keep this short and simple today. There was a lot that I want to get through. I'm gonna just start here with the questions and going down as much as possible and answering as much as possible in the best of my ability. Some of the things you ask, same may deem inappropriate. I will remove those questions. But we're going to start off with Frank Thomas, precursor, long name, Frank, I'm sorry. What's your thoughts on Gear Chronicle Steampunk Clan? Do you see them making an impact in competitive play? I personally hated them and then was forced to try them and then clicked with me. So they are my main clan. It's a love-hate relationship. Well, Frank, I totally understand that. Gear Chronicle, I've seen some great players, Austin Summers, do some great things with the deck. For the most part, it's a very anti-aggressive deck. It stops Legion to a degree. It stops putting things in your drop. it's annoying in that respect. I think they need like a better trump card to be super competitive. Like, I think they need just a little bit more. I think they need that one thing that'll push them over the edge, and that will do that for them. It's something like that. And they got some great support in GBO too, but I don't think the stuff that they truly needed. Like, they got a crit trigger that really helped, but they just need that one thing, I think, that just push them there, and everything else is golden. I mean, hell, they can Legion. They got more Legion support than half the clans that have been around forever. So I think they're in the right path of getting the love that they need to be a top-tier deck. I love the art. Like, I think that's beautiful. Like, I think Gear Chronicle, for that point alone, is worth playing. But overall, right now, no. Soon, because they're main clan, and the moment they get a cross stride or something, something freaking ridiculous, people are just going to lose their mind, and everyone's going to run to play the clan. Next, Robert Mansard. Do you expect any support for Dark Riders Murakumo GBO3 that will make them meta, or will they be thrown aside again? No, I honestly don't. I think if you look at what has happened with the last few sets that have come out, everything has made every clan in the boosters viable. Like Great Nature is viable, Aquaforce is viable, Narukami is viable. The Eradicate, or the only one I'm sorry to say is actually probably Neonectar, because you have like shit that just so counterproductive to what it does, so heavily. Like the Bushiroad literally took like a dry glove, put it on, and then just shoved it up them so badly, by not giving them one unit with resist. One unit with resist would have made the clan a huge, significant. It would have just leap bounded it forward, and they were just like, man, we're going in dry. So, I mean, maybe they fear that. Maybe Bushiroad's like, you know what? If we give that to them, they'll be too powerful. I don't know, but. To me, as a Neonectar lover, they needed that one card to really make the difference, and they didn't get it. Even a normal like Legion unit, like everything has been so Musketeer. Like having that would have helped out too. Like that would have been your backup grade 3 in a heartbeat, and they just didn't get it. I don't know. I hope there's something coming, and that will balance it, because again, you have main character support that really isn't that good. Like, what the hell are we? Like, or Masaki in OTT days? Like, is this what this is? Is this Kamui? Like, before he got risers? Like, what's going on? So we'll put it that way. But I do believe Dark Regulars and Murakumo are finally going to get the love that they need. And I don't think Kagura on GBO3 is going to be a thing as much as everyone wants it to be. Like, I think they're just getting additional support. Like, like they kind of did in GBO2 with Royals and Gears. Like, I think they're just getting it a little more, not a whole stem of things, because they tried to stay away from that. They even said that they were going to try to do a lot more dedicated to the clans and the sets. So... do they need it? No. Is it going to make the fanboys go, oh my god, Kagura, I gotta go throw money at it? Like, yeah, like that's that happened. So, Brett Washing, what are your thoughts on the new playstyle or Cosmic Heroes of Dimensional Police? Do you think they'll be overshadowed by Justice Break, Perfect Guard Breaking, or will they live up to the Dimensional Police they're all about? Well, one, we don't know everything in the set just yet. I think they're very good. I've yet to see something that makes me go, oh, they're going to get those power line, the 45 or whatever. Like, the Zeal sucks. I think they got a lot of stuff that works for them in the long run. I got to see what the set really does. And in the next live stream I do, we're going to talk about the set. So, I think it looks cool. Like, I think the stuff looks great. I mean, like, I'm not a DP expert. Like, again, I'm sitting here just hoping they ban Laurel. Like, just for all intents and purposes, a 45,000 extra crit stride unit with 4 Laurel on the field just going is not good. No. So next thing you need to do, Bushiroad after clan fight, was Laurel to 1, like Japan. Dorvit Sa? Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Dorvit Sa. What do you think the new Link Joker will focus on the trial deck and booster box? I've said this a long time ago. I think it was in a live stream too, where I felt like Link Joker was not going to be its dark, deep evilness like it was, because they're now part of Cray. I've said this openly that there's going to be this whole, maybe not new mechanic. We definitely will probably still focus on lock, but I don't think it will be as devastating as it was before. But again, I could be wrong. I love the look of them, this rainbow-esque aliens, like they're freed from their shell kind of thing. Their lock has always been their thing, and I think with the lore said it was like scientific that they did it. They created that. So I don't know. I just hope it's something different. I mean, nothing against lock, but like it seems counterproductive to keep going back to that, like that aspect of it, with stride being such a thing. I really hope they start affecting lock elsewhere. Like maybe, like I think I've discussed this with several people, the damage zone, the drop zone, the rear, the soul. I don't know. It's too early to tell. Let's go with that. Greg Carl, do you plan on attending any team league events? What is the deal with Command Sweep Dragon deck from Japan? So 2 questions. One, I really want to attend Team League in California because so far Team League in Midwest doesn't exist. Again, Bushiroad just taking it up the ears. And it's one of those things where it's like, I want to go to every one of them. Like, I would love to go to every one. I've been asked to come to a couple of them. To just, hang with people and things, and I would truly love to. Like, I think it would be the coolest thing ever, but I just don't have the time and energy to always go to these things, and I would really love for Origins to still get one, i.e. Bushiroad. Please take that in consideration. If not, I would definitely probably be going to California, just because I think out of all the places, that one to me just has got the most interest. So I feel like if I went anywhere else, I just wouldn't get the fun loving that I like. Now, to deal with Sweep Command Dragon deck, if no one has seen this yet, please see it. Like, this is one of the best decks going forward in the meta, and it is so good because the ability to retire and bind, which prevents you from either re-legioning, or if you run a deck like mine, stopping you from getting your effects. So, like, yeah, a lot of things have resist or whatever, but other than Neonectar. But again, not every deck has that stuff. So, like, I would love to see, like, coming up, a Doreen get like a resist or something like that. It would be fun. But check the deck out. It's really good. It's like 4 Sweep Command, 4 Descendant. You run 2 of the starters, and you run Voltage, and it's like either point of the game, like you're just retiring shit, striding. If you're not hit, you attack with Volt Dragon, then it retires, and all of a sudden the starter effect for Sweep Command goes off, and you look at the top 10, you get the riot. So essentially 5 drive checks. You can plus over 5 times if you run draw. It's a huge mechanic that you can get off on like turn 3 or 4, or year 3 or 4, and it's very devastating because it really penalizes you for having rear guards. So you got to really know how to play around the deck. Go invest in your death sites, your sweep commands, because the deck, I'm telling you, is going to take off. Like, I've played it, I've had fun playing it. I could just see manipulative, I only run the best decks kind of people playing this deck. So pick up your sweep commands, your death sites, your descendants, all of that right now. With the first generation set hot on our heels, bearing Overlord the Cross, you think were the best decks out there for the time being. Oh, and have you been liking using all the Neonectar generation support stride units in Musketeer? Has it impacted the deck heavily? Okay, so sorry. You do not run anything in a Musketeer deck other than a Musketeer card. So the only thing that really has happened here is the stride support now goes to Musketeers. Like I can't stress this enough, people. Like, we finally just got all the units to make the damn deck work. Like, why are you adding stuff that doesn't belong in there? Like, Musketeers are more competitive than Maidens. They're more efficient than Maidens. They have more rush than Maidens. They have the ability to recycle more than Maidens. Like, just leave them alone. Like, Musketeers are Musketeers. Stop inputting crap that doesn't belong because, oh, all of a sudden now I got 4 cards I can't call with Rebecca skill. I shuffle and I've wasted a unit. I've retired something that I can't get it back. I can't even tell you right now, like, just how badly, like, I hear people just not knowing this game and, like, understanding. Musketeers have enough triggers, enough units to do their own thing. Leave them alone. The X is not unbeatable. Like, I mean, like, it's a great deck. Like, I just learn how to play against it like everything else, and you'll be fine. Like, Dote was beatable by Tsukiyomi when it came out. The Overlord was beatable when it came out too. Like, I just don't understand like why they feel like the X is just the end all. It's a great deck. It's definitely tier 1. If we have a meta like that, it's, I would say tier 0, but I guess you could. Like, again, it's just not something I feel like is over the best. Like, it's great. It has a lot of support. But again, a lot of decks can outrush that deck. So, just saying. Did you ever imagine, Dory Dorjen, did you ever imagine Neonectars being hype? I don't think they're being hype. I think they're just one of the very few that have support until now. You know, you're going to see a lot of Nova Grapplers going forward. You're going to see a lot of OTT. Like, I think just for that short week, Neonectars were hype, especially with Clan Fight coming. The units are useless to other decks, so it's going to die down very quickly. And then even when they come out, Maidens are a lot of fun. But again, when you're competing with all this stuff that does other things, even I'm going, Supa's not looking that good right now. Maybe he is a bad card. I don't know. But, you know, we'll see. How do you feel about the sheer number of times Dio got revived and got more overpowered reprint? Well, it's natural because it sells sets to just print card that's deemed good. Like, do I think that's great? No, I think, you know, there's other things that Bushiroad could do other than constantly giving us a restanding Vanguard. Like, there are other ways to make decks successful. Just because you failed with Seal Dragons, Bushiroad, does not mean you failed with everything else. So let's just move along. What are your thoughts on the current meta? All clans enjoy support or equal chance of topping. Who tops depends on their match's skill and luck, right? Said this once, I'll say it again. I believe that any deck can win. Some people go, and I know this is not just geared at one person, it's geared at a lot of people. Oh, the sack wins the game. Well, that's what Vanguard is, folks! It's sack and luck and like 50% deck and like, I don't understand, like, how that's even a question. Like, I hate when people say that stuff. It's just like, yeah, that's the game. That's the game we play. It's not Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you can just buy your wins. Like, it's very much a different concept. Like, it's like drive check, crit, drive check, crit, drive check, crit, all the time. Yay! Like, better have a perfect card. Like, any deck can win right now. I'm very optimistic about the meta going forward. I think everything has a chance, especially with Clan Fight being implemented. I can't say one deck's better than the other. Like, I just can't. Like, I feel like Kagero has Dote X, cool. Their Stride is kind of lackluster because it retires 2 units. So if you don't have 2 units on the field and then you call an extra, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't get anything else. It just retires 2 units. It's kind of like the OTT Stride. You just draw 2 cards. Like, you know, if you get power lines that's deemed, I don't know. You know, it's just anything can win. Nothing is not unbeatable. What is your Vanguard waifu husbandando? Where's my girl? I gotta find her. Oh, yay. My waifu. You know, everyone's like gives her crap in the show because she's like those White Knight or whatever. It's like, I don't even care. I could try to watch her when I can, but I only love her because she plays Neonectar. So, what is the Cray Elemental effect you would like to see? You know, the Cray Elementals are all like power grade 4s. I would love for one of them to get a crit. I think that, so every clan has an equal chance. I'm going to start waves there. I think that's one of them based on if you have 2 or more face-up elementals getting a crit for this turn. Woo! That's about it. What do you think about the Cray Elemental and Flipper? What decks could be most efficient in? I think the best deck this Cray Elemental Flipper could be in is like Blaster Joker. For its limited counterblast, like something like that. I think that's a good one. Another counter heavy, you know, like Pale Moon. Right now, their lack of support, like it just kind of would fodder it a little bit more. But yeah, that's what I got on that one. One of the most balanced decks in today's meta, in your opinion? I feel, I don't know. See, my version of balance is different. Like, I believe balance is a good thing. Like, I feel everything right now is kind of on par. I don't feel anything stupid, ridiculous. Like, I think GBO 2 introduces a little more stupid, ridiculous, but, like, Nova Grappler feels balanced for what you get. Like, you do get a lot of restanding and a lot of power and a lot of things, but, I think everything right now is pretty on par. When you look at deck lists and things, what happened, like right now, just this past weekend, Tachikaze topped at ARG, went 5-0 out of 35 people. Now people are like, 35 people, it's not a whole lot. But you got to remember, guys, like this is the tournament scene we have. It's a starter, but like still to go 5-0 with a clan that was like deemed literally prehistoric is pretty damn good. Like I feel like you got to look at it from that respect. Like it's good. And then you heard Deleters were taking second place, but like just lost my shit. Like what in the world? Deleters, Stride. It shouldn't have never been a thing. Good for the guy who won, but like if you don't have your Stride units, go pick up 4 Messiah harmonics. Like I just don't get it. Like that should never have happened. Like it outplays that deck. Like moving on. Would you like to see Cray Elementals get their own separate deck build so they can... No, I like the Cray Elementals being splashed on whatever you want. Like, I just feel they're going to start making 1s, 2s, 0s. Maybe a trigger. I think a trigger would be cool. Which clan do you think needs more support? I'm really torn on Nubatama and Mega Colony, though Mega Colony did get the most recent batch. I feel like Bushiroad needs to give every clan support that isn't from the Dragon Nation, or i.e. the United Sanctuary, or maybe i.e. the Stargate. Just gotta give people love, Bushiroad. Stop doing this. What's your opinion on Royal Paladins? Well, for one, if you're not running Secret in them, apparently you're bad. Like, I just feel like Royal Paladins is the biggest splash deck right now. Like, you can build whatever you want with them. Like, no wrong build really there. How long will Dodex be king? Probably not very long. Don't feel like his window. I think Bushiroad really, by Team League, you will see him, but you'll probably see him Eradicators and maybe Great Nature or something like that. For everyone who just bandwagons. But you look at the current results in Japan, he's not even a factor. Like, I think there was one that made it in top 8, like, where he was like every other deck. So, a lot of shit coming out that's just going to outdo him because it's just so much more faster and powerful. Why do people think Dodex will die? Coming set 2. Because there's just stuff that's better than him. Like, in the long run, like, he's just... There's resist again, like, you know, like, sure, hit my shit, and I'll not let anything retire. Like, that's why, like, or it's just, I don't know. I think it's a good deck. I just don't think it's going to be tier 0, like everyone's just bonering about. Personal top 10 tier list of the GBO 2. Oh, that's so hard. Royal Seekers, Dodex, Shadow Paladin, Abyss, anything that restands. Just because of the period advantage. Like, I could go into that in a lot more detail, but I just don't think top 10 is absolutely necessarily like. Yeah, I'm not gonna go any more on that. I feel like that could be a whole nother discussion. How did your sneak peek preview go? I did awesome. I was really happy. I didn't pull any SPs. I did get one in trade. Got 2 generation rares, got a Dode, got 2 roots, got all this stuff. I bought in a total of 10 times, though, but to be fair, like every time other than like one, I pulled a triple R. Like, that doesn't happen. Like, I usually get like lucky once, and then I'm happy. But it was a really good sneak. I made all my money back plus. What's your opinion on clan fight? As I've answered already, no, they did it the right time. They did it the right time. Stride is too fucking dangerous with Laurel and things like that. People have to understand that. There's just more than what you're seeing. Like there's like a nice thin wall. You're all seeing the crack that they're feeding you, and then when you get behind the wall, you're seeing the damaging effects. This was needed, like right now. If I wish they would have done it the day they released the Trial X. And a lot of people are adopting Clan Fight. Thank you, God. Will Tachi ever get support again? I hope they do. Like, every clan should get support. Like, there's not a reason they shouldn't. I hope I can win once. I've never won anything before. Good for you. I hope you do too. Dennis, I'm going to just skip your question because I haven't gotten an official answer from Bushi Road yet. If you could design a cross-eyed Legion for any grade 3 unit, which unit would it be? See, it would be Legion, and I want Silverthorn Liqueur. Like, I think, like, in the long run, that there's a good, like, the deck is so good. Early game, the late game, you get, like, one push. So, like, a Legioning kind of concept would be awesome. So, I think that's the card that needs it, or i.e. Spec Duke. Either one. When you're completing your... what is the strongest Vanguard in the Stride... What is the strongest deck in Vanguard and in the Stride meta? See, here's the thing. Like, Kagero is the strongest clan, just because of the lack of... or vast amount of support. Hands down. Stride meta... Man, I gotta go Nova Grappler. Like, just so much power there. I don't think people are giving it any credit that it deserves. But very deadly. What do I think about the meta? I think the meta's great. I think there's a lot of variety. I think we got a lot of options here. We finally are getting a chance to set the meta because Japan's still doing it. Like, you know, there's a lot of room here now. Like, guys, we're on the break of a whole new era in our game. You can play whatever you want and pretty much do whatever you want, and you don't have to listen to all these pundits saying if you don't play Kagero, you're bad. Deck building is a thing. Like, literally multiple lot of decks can be played now with different builds and variations. Like, go build, have fun. It's gonna be good. Like, stop sitting here going, I can only play one deck. No, the meta is changing, which is great. Do you prefer Legion Rare or Generation Rare? Legion Rare. Generation Rare to me is just a cheap cop-out to what should be Legion Rares. Is the giveaway worldwide? It is, and I have my winners, so hold on, we'll get to that. Could you state the name on Facebook? Jonathan S.P. Mindham. What was the best card fight you ever had in person with Legion and on card fight area with Stride? In person? Wow. I don't get to play a whole lot in person anymore. I had a lot of fun in ARG Kentucky with people, but I don't think I can answer that one right now. I haven't had a good matchup in a long time. We'll go with that. Stride on area. Super! I get my lemons out there. I've had some fun ones on there, so... that would be Michael Young. I put that on my Facebook actually, or my YouTube actually, so you can watch that video. Man, guys, I think... Okay, so last one's from Harry Mansour. What makes you prefer Vanguard more than other card games? Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Buddy, Wise, Force of Will. Well, I do play Buddy Fight. I'm not great at it. I do play it. Magic I do play too, but I haven't played in a while. The game for me kind of got lackluster, and when it first came out, I was really into it. Or when I first got into it, I was really into it because there was so much stuff, and now I'm just like, eh. Force of Will I haven't gotten too far into, but what makes me choose Vanguard is when Yu-Gi-Oh! Dominance was going on, they just started... I'm a collector of rarities of sorts, and they just kept reprinting them, and I hated that. I hated that they would go, here, make you buy this $100 card in order to play a deck, and then a few months later they would reprint it. So it's one of those things where I'm not happy with the overall result. So what would you look for a new card game? If those who don't know, I've actually been the joy of actually building a card game coming up here that hopefully will be released. I haven't been involved with it for a while, but it is really good. A lot of sound concepts to it, and they'll be releasing it soon, hopefully, and getting it out to the market. So things I look forward is new, but I also like hints of difference, and I like also things that are older that are brought into the deck. Like when you make a game, or when you have a game, like the thing that draws people to it is the viability of it. Like, one, the collectability, the playability, like are there going to be tournament scenes, will people get into it, and things like that. So when I look at a card game, I want to know, first off, is like, is there value? Because I'm not going to play something that's just literally like paper. I'll go play solitaire on the computer. Like, I want something that actually people want to play. I want a community. I want to be able to get together with people and play that game. If a game can succeed at that, I would love to do it. What would you look for the new card? Would you make it dedicate yourself to as much? The thing with Vanguard, and why I love Vanguardians and Vanguard and North and all this stuff, is because it truly is a community that is growing. We're only like our 3rd year in. We have yet to hit our peak, and we've still got a lot going on, guys. Like, they've renewed the seasons for a couple of seasons. There's just so much going on with the game. The state of it is actually at a great point. Like, we're at a catch-up point now more than ever. We can actually do things in our game and actually be different from where we were before. Like, if that doesn't sound exciting enough for you, you don't belong playing the game, because like, this is a pivotal moment that we all have to look at and go, we now have a chance to do a lot more. So really hope that means something, and it really hopes that you guys look forward to it just as much as I do. That answers the questions. Maybe there could be more, but that's where I'm going to get to today. I just can't keep going any further because of how much time and energy I've already put into this. But we got a couple announcements as the winners to go on. And what I have is the winners of the mats. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to announce the winners' names, and all you guys have to do is message me on Facebook or YouTube. What you'll end up doing is you have a week to claim it. So, like, you literally will have a week to get back to me. If I don't hear from you, your prize actually will probably be passed down, because I did make a guarantee, and I'm not going to renege on it. I do want to make good on my promise here and everything. So, I got 5 winners, randomized. Took a long time. I'm really sorry. It is at this late hour of announcing it. It's only 9 days in the month, and again, it took me a while to get 535 people into the randomizer. So we have, starting with the 5 winners, we have Dorjan, Doridorjan, winner. Christopher Lee. This is all, again, Facebook names. This is literally, or YouTube names. This is what I have. Christopher Lee. I like this one. It was really cute. DJ Pikachu. The next one is Lobo Noct. I don't know. LOBONOCTE. And the last one is Korean Card Player. So you guys are the winners. Make sure you watch this video. Message me. Again, either place, Facebook or YouTube, and then I'll verify your information. And then, like I said, you have a week to do it. So a week from today, you have until the 16th of March. Again, if you don't get back to me, the prize gets passed down. But you have, again, a week to get back to me on this. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. It really means a lot to me personally. Like I said, things are going to explode here soon. We got a lot to look forward to, and I want you to be a part of this journey as much as I'm involved with it. I want you to be there with me every step of the way. So again, I'm really sorry for the length of the video. Again, all your questions were wonderful, and I will hopefully be doing a lot more stuff here in the next coming weeks. But thank you for watching. Please comment, subscribe if you have not already, and like this video. And again, if you're the winners, please contact me within the next week. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.